Alberto and Luis are both students at the San Gregory School in Barcelona. They are both good writers of English, but have different areas they need to work on to ensure a good grade in their final exams. With 20 students in the class, their teacher, Usoa Sol, has little time to spend with individual students. That's why she decided to implement a system of personal learning goals to help her students improve their writing.
So I really wanted my students to stop seeing writing as a pure mechanical exercise or as a way of practicing grammar and vocabulary. And I wanted them to really get into writing text in English and be motivated to do so. Because every student has sort of different needs that I cannot really cover so specifically. I started this project for them to be able to work on specific learning goals that were relevant for them.
Mi forma de escribir textos cambió radicalmente. Al principio los textos hacía solo por trabajos de escuela, que te pasabas una hora y lo hacías rápido para entregarlo y dejarlo ahí. Este texto me estuvo más tiempo, más 5 horas casi, porque te centras más, intentas hacerlo bien. Es como una historia más real que quieres que te suceda, que dices, wow, esto sí que puede pasar, es una historia real.
I designed a checklist, so a list of questions, in order for them to analyze different areas. For example, layout, paragraphing, interest, was their text interesting to read, also connectors they've used, vocabulary and expressions.
The student completes a checklist for each writing task he has produced.
Cogí el texto y todo lo que me iba pidiendo el checklist lo iba escribiendo. Por ejemplo, hay una pregunta que me dice "What vocabulary have you used related to describing a person?" Y yo entonces aquí puse tall, slim, open-minded, sensible y lo escribí en el checklist.
Each week the students choose an area they need to work on and write an entry in their learning diaries. The students look for information to help them work on their learning goals.
Lo importante era el vocabulario. Entonces me metí en la web de la escuela, donde salen unos links, y en esos links pues encontré todas las webs que necesitaba para el vocabulario.
I had to look for many resources, looking at websites, looking at different course books, reference material. The students had a list of resources that they could look at, and then after looking at these websites, they had to show what they had learned from these websites, or what they had understood, and try to write it in their learning diary in their own words.
The students use examples from the resources, such as their course books or the links on the web, to write about what they have learned in their learning diary.
Para trabajar en esto, nos propusieron un link de un vídeo en que te explicaba las cosas más importantes para hacer tu texto más intuitivo, más interesante. Y te explicaba que, por ejemplo, aceptar el texto como oro, hacer un buen proofread, es decir, una revisión muy importante del texto, y la ayuda del draft también es muy importante porque puedes mirar qué es lo que tienes que cambiar, lo que puedes mejorar, y esto te hace hacer un buen texto.
The key is for them to show understanding rather than just completing the task.
Marking the learning diaries is a very important sort of component of this whole project, because it is also more motivating for them and it gives them another reason to do things. What I mark is if they have shown understanding of the concepts, and then of course how they can apply it to their writing.
Me ha ayudado mucho. He notado diferencia, ahora lo hago mucho mejor.
No solo ha ayudado en el ámbito de inglés, sino que es más general, es decir, después de hacer el pilot project, los textos me salían mejor, más entendibles.
The students are now a lot more motivated to write text in English. They have a completely different approach to writing text. They normally draft the text. They try to proofread it before they hand it in. They're more aware that there's someone out there reading it, so they just don't take it as a mechanical exercise, but something a bit more relevant and worth it. And of course, it shows them that they can do a lot better than they thought, and it shows them how, by working on all of these goals, their own learning has improved, because they've taken responsibility for their own learning, and this has had a huge impact.